before we get stuck into this video, a quick apology. This was supposed to go out last week. Unfortunately, November's a really busy time of year for me. I'm away 2 weekends out of 4, so I didn't get around to finishing it and posting it. However, I'm finishing this now. It's Saturday morning. No, it's not. It's Sunday morning. And get this up so it can go out tonight, and then I'm away next weekend. But hopefully, the work that I do today will be put online for next weekend, so that you don't have to go another weekend without seeing my cheery face. Anyway, on with the video, and I think episode 11, carrying straight on. I started last week's video with a load of things that I needed to do. I've done about half of them. Everything, one of the rules always says everything always takes more time than you think, and that is so true. You know, just using the sponges to empty out the bilges took a good hour and a half. And I don't have a huge amount of time. You know, I work for a living. I've got a family, dogs and whatever. So I do what I can. But it means that I still have things that I promised I would do that I need to get done. Now the clocks have changed, and it is a really nice autumn morning. I know it's autumn because the mushrooms are out in force between here and the garage. I'll show you those in a mo. So it's very autumnal, but it's a bright sunny day, so I'm going to focus first on some stuff outside the boat, which I think involves getting rid of that gunk left by the duct tape and getting the old fixtures out from the for the handrails. Fast forward a few hours and it's raining. I'm going to say that's probably my fault because I described it as a lovely sunny autumn day a few hours ago, and now it's very much not. So it's good news and it's bad news, really. Bad news, can't do the outside stuff because I don't really want to get wet. So the fixtures and the cleaning up are going to have to wait. The good news, however, is that I can set up my cunning leak detection test and hopefully find out relatively quickly if we have any major leaks. And to do that, I'm going to be exceedingly sophisticated. I'm using this blue cloth and I'm going to line it up in a few places using masking tape. Under the windows, probably best if I point at something you can see. So we've got under the windows themselves, obviously, to try and see if the windows are leaking. Although that said, I haven't actually sealed them on the outside yet. And then against the hull here to see if the various sort of bits and bobs here are leaking. And around the vent hole. I will still get leaks from the sliding door / washboard because that's not particularly flat at the moment, and since the boat is tilted that way, if the water collects on the ledge then it will sort of come in underneath the washboard. But that's not a major problem. I'll set that up and then I'll show you the bilges, which I have finished off with sponges and blue towel just to get the very last of it out, and they are now bone dry. Hopefully they'll remain that way. Okay, that doesn't seem to want to stick there. Not entirely sure why. Oh, bloody masking tape. I'm actually going to interrupt what I'm doing because I think I found a live leak. There's a little puddle of water trickling down from somewhere. No, quite. Oh. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's the water hatch. I've actually run out of blue cloth, so I'm going to have to go out and get some, and it's raining. So that's a bit of a pain. But what I will do is I'll use it as an opportunity to cover up the water inlet, which is too big to fill. I have put a metal plate in place, but I'm going to give it the same treatment as I did for that vent and cover it up with some plastic. So I'll do that at the same time. Oh, it's not going to. It just has to hold for the moment till it stops raining, and then I can put a fresh one on. Right, let's go back in. May need to come up with a plan B. The masking tape doesn't want to stick to the walls, possibly because, I don't know, they're slightly damp. So I think what I'm going to do is go around with blue cloth, wipe, make sure everything's dry, and then go around with blue cloth again and see where things aren't dry. See if we can highlight some of the problem areas. I mean, there are some. I can see some drips now, but it seems like the windows are okay, broadly speaking. and it's just a question of nailing down those other areas. So let's give that a whirl. Possibly one there. Oh, let's see where the join is. That's pretty much all right. As is that. I'm working on the basis that it's been raining for about an hour. So if anything was going to be coming in, and it probably would be coming in already. Yeah, there's definitely a problem around this corner of this window, but I can't get the filling strip into that one, and there's actually a little bit of a join still there, but I think that gap should be pushed out. It's definitely letting a tiny bit of water in, but yeah, it's not as bad by any means as it was. There's a very small amount coming in through here still. And time to look down here. I haven't gone any further forward than that because I haven't really done anything down there. Yeah, so you can just about see, sorry, the fix for the water thing didn't work. I'll have to put something on top of it. God knows what, but it's a mess down here. It's a mess. Not looking forward to replacing those bulkheads, to be honest. But there we are. Can't take the joke. Shouldn't have joined. What I think I'll do is I will layer up a load of blue cloth down there just to act as a landing zone and to collect it up as it comes down. Leave that, and then if we have a look down this side, do with a torch, to be honest. I'll go by feel. It's all pretty dry. Still a stray bolt or something coming through there. This bulkhead, oddly, doesn't look too bad. So, yeah, we're all right, I think. So with that out of the way, how about I give you a sneak peek at what some pretty dry bilges look like. Remove these locker tops. Still haven't figured out what a couple of them are about. And then we can have a look inside. And there we go, that's looking towards the stern of the boat. And basically, I don't know how much it's picking up. There's a very small one at the back, and then a bigger one there in the middle, and a bigger one there. I think the biggest one of the lot is here, and then there's a long one up at the front. They're all pretty dry, which is great. Now the only concern that I have is structure. It is not, I mean, it's not a problem, but you can see where that joist, as it were, I'll call it a joist, it's probably got a sailing name, and that one act as supports for the cabin sole, which is the name for the floor. I know that much. But there isn't one further forward than that, and this is quite spaced out, and you do feel the cabin sole give slightly. So I'm wondering whether some sort of wooden contraption going from side to side under there, just to give it a little bit more power. Who knows? And yeah, but they are looking much better than they have done in years. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to cut holes in them first, though, to inspect the keels themselves. That's a job for another day because I think it needs to be dry.